What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. But that pegs me to the next question I wanted to pose. Is Michigan and Georgia the next Alabama and Clemson series? And, I don't think this is anything people have brought up, but it kind of is a good question because with Alabama's dynasty maybe taking a step back, Nick Saban getting up there in age, maybe, Georgia's the new Alabama. And, what Jim Harbaugh's doing at Michigan is similar to what happened with Dabo Swinney. Dabo couldn't get past Florida State all those years. Clemson, even though they were a threat in the ACC somewhat, they were still not a national powerhouse yet. And Michigan is now looking like a national threat, even though last year they pretty much were just the king of the Big Ten, but still not quite up to par as far as challenging Georgia and Ohio State. So for Michigan, if they do beat Georgia, then it's a 1-1 series, and you're looking at an experienced Michigan team that, even if they lose to Georgia, could be ranked in the top 5. So you're looking at, even though Georgia will lose Stetson Bennett, they still have the young core nucleus of Brock Bowers back. Dumas Johnson at linebacker, who's a staple, will be back, and Dejon Edwards, the running back. So you do have a young core of guys returning to Georgia, even though they will lose some key guys. Jalen Carter, Ringo likely gone, Broderick Jones, the tackle, could be gone. So, and for Michigan, you got Junior Colson back, J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Edwards. You could bring in the transfer running back that could be key. Hint, hint, wink, wink. He played for Wisconsin last year. It's all speculation right now and just a rumor, but obviously not official. But would love to land that young man from Wisconsin who's in the transfer portal at running back. But Michigan. If Michigan pulls it out against Georgia, you're looking at two teams that could, even if they don't meet in the playoffs or the national championship next year, could meet in the playoffs again. And you're looking at they could meet 1-1 series, and this is these could be the two new heavyweights that duke it out. Even if it's not every year, it's every other year, like Clemson and Bama did. And people thought that it was kind of just Alabama's was dominating, but 2018 was the pivotal win for Clemson because they took it to Bama in that game, and that was, I remember all the lead up and all the talk before that game was maybe Alabama is just the gold standard. They're far above and beyond everyone else, and Clemson came out. Trevor Lawrence had an outstanding game. Clemson really was pretty dominant in the line of scrimmage with all those NFL defensive linemen and Justin Ross, the big game. So, you think Michigan, if Michigan, J.J. McCarthy could be the X factor with his legs in this game. Michigan, if this is a close game in the fourth quarter, this will say a lot about, Georgia mentally because last year this was not a game in the fourth quarter. So if this is a game in the fourth quarter, then Georgia, they get tight. Maybe Michigan has a couple breaks that go their way. I'm just so interested in the Michigan-Georgia matchup, and obviously it's all hypothetical right now because they got to get past TCU. But I think we're heading that way. But the first two matchups, should be good as well. But I really thought about that point that maybe Michigan, maybe Georgia, maybe they're the two. Superheroes, gold standard, elite teams that, I guess the two that separate themselves from the rest. And a win over Georgia, like a lot, I heard people touch on that would just be critical for Michigan's recruiting overall. So, I just wanted to get into that. Thanks for tuning in to Big Time Football Talk. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.